What's good, everybody? It's your boy Woody, ASMR here, and today we're going to be talking about some news with NBA 2K22. So, I thought I would start the video off with some good rec play, and make sure you watch to the end of this video as you'll see what happens in this game. Kind of bogus because I was kind of expecting my team to be ready, and we were already up by a whole lot, and just some crazy things happened at the end. So, if you watch this entire video, make sure you comment the score at the end of the video if you've seen it. Alright? Only the real ones will comment the score at the end of the video if they've seen the whole thing. So, let's get started into some 2K22 news. So far, what we know about 2K22 is that both systems, as in both for next gen and current gen, are coming out on the same day on November 9th, when I kind of thought that it wouldn't. I kind of figured they wouldn't do that simply because of the fact that, you know, it sometimes tends to be a little bit later because I figured they needed more time to work on next gen, considering that it won't be a full year. But if they truly believe that they made this game as good as they said it would be, then we'll have absolutely no problem with it at all. So, as I'm looking this up, I'm making sure that I get all my information right, and I make sure that I read what they posted. So, that's what I'm going to do in this video. Alright, so I'm kind of looking it up right now, and there's a lot of MyTeam stuff. But let's not look at MyTeam stuff, we gotta look at the new things. Alright, so let's see what we can find here. Pardon me as I look. So they have a new screenshot of Luca. Luca's in the game, and that's pretty dope. And they also have Dirk for the legend, which is also dope. Except they made Dirk look like an old man. It's kind of strange, but that's alright. Um, at least I got his face scan right this time, because most of the time when Dirk is in the game, it never really looks like him. So this time it looks like him, and I gotta say that, you know, good things will happen if they get the face scans right this year. So at least graphically, the game will always continue to improve. So you never have to worry about graphics when it comes to 2K. So when you have graphics or you have a company like 2K, that's pretty much to be expected. But the one thing that we're looking towards and forward to is seeing how the game mechanics turn out into the game. We've waited for so long since 2K17, 2K16 to have a decent game where the fun factor is there and everyone's having not just fun, but they're able to compete, and everything seems new and exciting, and the gameplay is fluid. Now, there's always things about servers and stuff like that, but we'll get into that later into the video. Not to mention that they also have the first cover athlete for the WNBA in Candace Parker. Shout out to the Chicago Sky, because you know your boy Woody's from Chicago, so you definitely got to give some love to Candace Parker. And I gotta say, she looks great in the game, and you know, that's baby girl right there. She looking fine as ever. But it's I digress from that point. But yeah. So let's get started on what to expect. All right. I'm still trying to look for this. I can't really find it in here. I know that they had. Okay, so here we go. I did find it. So, just to cover some of the things that they will put into the game, they have season expand to my career and the W. I don't know what the W is, but whatever. So, apparently, they have seasons this time. So, it's kind of like Fortnite where you have the opportunity to, kind of get a battle pass. So you play like one season, and after that season's over, you'll get into another season. After that, and new things come, like new features and new clothing and moves and just to make things exciting so it's never boring. So that means that 2K's gotta keep up with the game. Okay, so they're gonna have to have some people that are on the game that are constantly making new renovations to the game. You can't just give us like boring stuff. So I'm hoping they stay with it. So you obviously know games like Fortnite and Call of Duty and Apex, they always have something new going on. But with 2K, sometimes it's like fun within the first month or two, and then 2K kind of just is like, I'm not gonna keep going. And because of that, that's why people in the community lose interest because it's the same thing and it's boring. So that's one thing that's happening. Another thing is we have the all new city. So for next gen, you'll be getting a brand new city. It'll be different, it'll look different, it'll feel different. There'll be a lot more things to explore according to Mike Wang. So that's with next gen. But if you do not have a next gen console, and you're still on current gen, don't worry. They're actually coming out with an all new neighborhood. It'll look completely different than how it did this year. So we'll definitely see two new renovations of like the surrounding areas and stuff. So the park will probably look different, the city will look different, everything will have a different vibe to it. So shout out for that. That is a W. So if you're currently watching this right now and you're awake and you're not asleep, if you're asleep, it's all good because that's what ASMR is for. If you're awake right now and you're actually listening to this, go ahead and comment W's in the chat, just so I know that you still around and you still a real one, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're asleep, I know you dreaming W's right now, so it's all good. All right, so we got those two new things, and also it says that the city and my career will become one. Now, I'm not exactly sure how that works because my career and the city are kind of one. So, are they bringing kind of like the 2K18 vibes back? Because if you remember in 2K18, like, remember when you first made your player and everything, and your player's name was DJ? When you went in to the park, you were already playing park games. You were playing outside. You were not going through the draft or doing nothing like that. You were already playing outside. So was it kind of like that? Is that what's going on? Um, we'll have to see with that. I have no idea how they're gonna have that. So I know that we'll probably have news a little bit later that'll explain all of these things, but we also have the full courtside report that will explain a little bit more, but I'll get into that very soon. Also, they say that offense is more skill based. So, offense already is kind of skill based because when you're playing on offense, you have to be able to do something with the ball. You can't just shoot and drive like easy and stuff like that. You got to be able to maneuver your way around and make the right decisions. So, kind of curious what that means. So, I'm assuming just by looking at that and based on all the things that have happened in 2K over the years, I'm assuming that they're going to be changing the dribbling animations, the shooting animations are going to be different, and they're also going to have a bunch of like different ways to score, so it's not just like dunking on everybody. And yeah, we're just gonna have to see what 2K puts into the game. Again, we'll find out a little bit later, um, whenever they start releasing more news. We also have new My Team editions. Now, I did read a little bit about that, and let me tell you, you guys know, I know you guys want me to play My Team so bad. I personally am against My Team right now because I feel like I've spent like thousands and thousands of dollars to get to the team that I'm at, and I thought I had a pretty solid team, only to find out that there are players getting 99s everywhere. So I'm pretty sure that there's teams out there that have a complete 99 overall entire team. And when everyone is at their max level and max peak, the game is not fun. It is not balanced that way, and there's no skill in that because everyone can shoot threes, everyone can drive, everyone can dunk. It Some people might find that fun, but me personally, I don't find it fun because there's more to the game than just everyone shooting threes. As soon as I saw that Shaq could shoot threes, I was out. I was out. I wasn't having it anymore. I was done. I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, it's already a joke when you have people like Scalabrini getting a 99 overall card, but when you got like role players getting 99 overalls and stuff like that, it's just I don't know what to do or what to say about it because it's just unrealistic. And the game is, after all, a simulation game. It's a simulation game to be able to kind of replicate like real life. And in real life, Shaq and Yao Ming do not have Curry range, so they don't have limitless range, so it's kind of strange to see that. But we'll get into the My Team stuff a little bit as we go into the courtside report, so stay tuned for that. And then it also says, like I said, they were going to share more information. They posted that they'll share more in August and September. Remember, the game is coming out on September 10th. So if you pre-order the game before, you'll be able to play it at midnight on September 9th. So it'll be a midnight release for Eastern Time. So you already know your boy is going to be grinding all the way through. Um, I'm actually going to be live streaming during that time. Most of the time, I just tend to make videos and stuff like that. But videos take time, and I want to stay on top of everything. I might clip some highlights uh, for my live streams, just so you guys can take a look and see what's going on. So now we're gonna get into the courtside report. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, it says right here that on the court gameplay, that there will be key game improvements that are being implemented to give the player not only more control over how they score the ball, but how they counter these moves on the defensive. So, if I'm not mistaken, what that means is that that players will have the opportunity to score the ball, to dribble the ball, to dunk the ball, to lay the ball in all different ways, which makes things more exciting because offense is a really fun aspect of the game. So you'll be able to do a lot more. And I'm hoping, like, because people like to exploit the game, that they're not constantly doing 100 or 500 curry slides in like a single possession. So we'll definitely see how that works out. And also, it says on the defensive end, so they're going to improve on defense too. So, as it says, offense, breaking down defenders off the dribble with new signature moves and combos, which means that they'll probably have a whole new dribbling system. And we'll definitely have to see how that goes. Um, Kind of like 2K19, where you were able to like combo moves in and out and back behind the back and all that. We'll see how they do it in 2K22. Will it be very similar to 19, or will it be something entirely different? I don't know. They have precision jump shooting. Now, when I think of precision jump shooting, like it reminds me of the um, what was that called? The right stick, where you had to aim it, and then you can shoot high or you can shoot low. Honestly, like no one was using that, and if they were, it wasn't often that people were using that feature. So hopefully, whatever the precision jumping they have going on, it'll be much better. They'll have dunking in traffic, which is dope. So that means that maybe you'll be able to fly a little bit more, maybe have a little bit more hang time on your shots. But if that's the case, what happens if my defender like makes contact with the dunk in traffic? Will there be some sort of collision? Will there be, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they have something to do that instead of like having automatic animations, then 2K is actually doing something right. And then pulling off alley oops have become more skill based. And that is something that I feel is really important as well, because a bailout move that people use in 2K21 is to throw lobs. So if no one's open, they just throw a lob and then someone just magically cuts to the basket, catches a lob, and they throw it down, which is kind of cheap, but it is what it is. It also says basketball IQ and stick skills play an even bigger role in setting and separating top defensive players. That does sound exciting because some people like need to work on their game a little bit more, and I am someone who likes to work on their game, and I like to try to be one of those top offensive players, even though I am more of a team player. But if I can find a way to take over a game, I'll certainly and most definitely will do it. Um, if this is something that I can work on, because the game mechanics are different and it's got a different feel to it, it'll be more exciting and it will like have me want to play more. So, looking forward to that. And on defense, they completely revamped shot contest and the blocking system, and an arsenal of new defensive tools at your disposal. So that means defense will be more exciting to play because you'll have more control over your player, I'm guessing. I'm not exactly sure. So playing suffocating defense on the perimeter and in the paint has never felt more rewarding, giving elite defenders the ability to truly change the outcome of the game. That is so important. Is with the defensive aspect of the game to be able to do that, and I'm really excited to see how that all plays out. I can't wait because I love playing defense. I truly love playing defense. I love being the guy to get steals. I love being the guy to contest shots. I love being the guy to clamp down my player and make him frustrated. That's just something about that part of the game really amps me up, and I can't wait to see how it's done, and I'm hoping it is done correctly. So, if done correctly, this will be a very exciting game. In fact, I will probably make my point guard a very defensive type point guard that has handles and can shoot. I'm not really worried about dunking the ball or stuff like that, but I want to make sure that I have a point guard that can do all of those things. Or I would have a small forward or kind of like a Kawhi Leonard build to be able to do something like that, and that would be a lot of fun. So that's that. Now, getting into the seasons aspect of the game, they said across fan favorite experiences, seasons allow players to extend and enhance their hoop ambitions long after the game's launch. Free for all 2K22 gamers in my team, my career, and the W. I'm assuming that the W is a new mode in the game. I've never heard of the W. I've never seen it in any other 2Ks, so we'll definitely see what the W is. It brings more content, more rewards, and more ways to play. So if it brings more content, that means more 2K videos for you guys. So you guys are definitely going to enjoy that. And this year's seasons will introduce an all new way to level up your My Player and earn exciting My Player prizes in the city and in the neighborhood. So if I'm able to level up my player through the seasons and it's a lot more fun, I'm definitely going to have a lot of exciting aspects to come across if that's the case. So does that mean that you'll level up your player through one season and then you have to restart again? Or what? I'm not. I have questions about that, but it says more details will be revealed about the expanding seasons experience later in August. So in August, we'll find out more about seasons. Now, for all of you My Team lovers out there, for My Team, it says that My Team for NBA 2K22 evolves as the ultimate experience for building and completing with your own dream team on day one. So that means that I could have like Jordan, Shaq, uh, Scottie Pippen, Derrick Rose, LeBron James, Kevin Durant on day one. Hmm. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'm very curious how they're going to go about that. My team will continue to expand as the new season drops. Hmm. So it says that they have a My Team draft making its long requested return in NBA 2K22. My Team draft has you selecting a complete lineup from a constantly updated pool of players. Compete with your new lineup in an online game to earn rewards for your collection of My Team. Wow. So instead of having to buy players and do such and such, you can just draft them and compete online. That's going to be a lot of fun because the game will be more balanced and more skill based and so forth rather than paying to win. I'm hoping. I'm not getting my hopes up. Um, the experience of the evolution of My Team throughout the year in NBA 2K22, new challenges, rewards, and events make every season fresh and unique in My Team. On top of the many new features debuting in My Team on day one, even more additions are coming throughout the year, including an original new game mode this holiday season. So we gotta wait till Christmas time for see what's up with that. And it also says that while NBA 2K22 will offer two new basketball experiences across the two new console generations, MyTeam, Progress, and Collections will be transferable between consoles. But that's already been there. That's already been there for MyTeam. It doesn't happen like that for your My Player. So why can you transfer your MyTeam stuff, but you cannot transfer your My Player? So what happens if you go ahead and get next gen? Why would you not be able to transfer your current to next gen? So that must mean that they have two types of character builds in each of the systems and it doesn't transfer over. That's just my calculated guess, but I don't know. We will have to see. So they got the new city and the new neighborhood and everything. It says a living and breathing new city. You have a new layout, a quest system that allows my players with creative content to offer new ways of leveling up for both the PS5 and Xbox Series X. They got the matchmaking system in the city for those who maybe are not high in overall or they can't get games because nobody wants to play with them. They will have an automatic matchmaking option in the city, which is pretty cool because it's not fair for some of those who just kind of sit around and are unable to play because nobody wants to play with them. That's just not fair. They also have for the Xbox One and the PS4, they have a cruise. So that's something different for that. So you'll be able to go on a cruise and go through different places and stuff like that and hoop in different luxury things and whatever. Okay, so that makes it interesting that you can do that. And then there will be more to share about the game, but unfortunately that comes to an end. And I just want you to watch this end of the game. Look at this. He throws the ball in, steals the ball, dunks it, and won. Okay, we still got 9 seconds left. It shouldn't be that bad. We'll be fine. All right. So now it's a 2 point game. All right, just get the ball in, see what we can do. Up, we lost the ball again. What's going on? Why not? Splash. And just like that, we're down by one. We were up this entire time only to be down by one with 3 seconds left. How did this even come to fruition? Up and we turn the ball over, and that's game. What just happened? And this is why I don't like playing with randoms because they make stupid decisions like this. So that's what happened at the end of the game, and I was really upset, but what more can you do? Anyways, it's your boy Woody, ASMR, peace.